I will now bring greetings on behalf of the Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan. अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संस्कृति प्रतिष्ठान के अध्यक्ष और कलात्मक निर्देशक के रूप में मैं इस शाम के कार्यक्रम और संगीत का अनुभव नामक संगीत कार्यक्रम में आप सभी विशिष्ट दर्शकों का स्वागत करना है का अवसर लेता हूँ। गायन, वाद्य और नृत्य के भारतीय संगीत प्रस्तुतियों की एक शाम। इस शाम में त्रिनिडाद और टोबैगो के निपुण और प्रतिष्ठित कलाकारों और संगीतकारों का प्रदर्शन और संगत होगी। As President and Artistic Director of the Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan, I take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you, this distinguished audience, to this evening's program and concert entitled Sangeet Ka Anubhav, an evening of Indian music, renditions of vocals, instrumental and dance. This evening featured performances and accompaniment of accomplished and eminent artists and musicians of Trinidad and Tobago. The Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan International Foundation for Cultural Relations of Trinidad and Tobago was conceptualized by the late Shri Jagdeo and the late Shri Devdutt Jagdeo. The Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan was then founded and established in 1958 by the late Shri Devdutt Jagdeo. On July 29, 2002, the Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan International Foundation for Cultural Relations of Trinidad and Tobago was officially inaugurated by Indian government officials, including officials of the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, diplomats and ambassadors of several diplomatic missions, both in New Delhi and from Caribbean countries, including Trinidad and Tobago High Commission in New Delhi, and representatives of several Indian religious, social and cultural organizations, in addition to Indian music institutions, universities, music directors, eminent gurus and exponents in the field of Indian classical music. The mission statement, learn, practice and teach. Knowledge is power. We adhere to the principles of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family, and Krinvanto Vishwam Aryam, make the whole world noble. Aryam Bandhuryam Neti Ganana Laghu Chetasam Udara Charittanam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is a Sanskrit phrase that means the world is one family. It is a concept deeply rooted in Bharatiya Sanskriti and Indian philosophy and is derived from the ancient Maitri Upanishad. The phrase emphasizes the idea of universal brotherhood, interconnectedness and oneness of humanity, regardless of race, nationality or background. In contextual meaning, Vasudhaiva, Vasudha refers to the earth, Kutumbakam means family orchid. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam expresses the idea that the entire world, all its inhabitants and people, irrespective of cultural, religious or national differences, are interconnected and share a collective responsibility for each other's well-being. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam serves a timeless reminder of the interconnectedness of all people and our world environment. It encourages individuals to live a sense of universal love and responsibility towards one another, making it a powerful philosophy of fostering peace, mutual respect, and unity in today's world. The mission statement, learn, practice, and teach. Students of Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan, International Foundation for Cultural Relations, are encouraged to learn, practice what they have learned, and propagate what they have learned and, most importantly, practiced, in an effort to promote effective dissemination of the authentic art forms and foster continuity of the traditional Indian cultural heritage. To create a socio-culturally appropriate and integrated holistic educational approach, which is the key to human empowerment, to promote the successful development of a nation and its people. The core objectives of Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan: to educate and propagate the authentic art of Indian classical music and Indian culture, Hindi and Sanskrit languages, to develop, preserve, and foster continuity of our ancestral cultural heritage, fostering cultural exchange programs and highlighting the diversity of Indian music and culture, establishing cultural relationships with foreign governments, developing and establishing a forum for the students of Indian music in the performing arts, and to assist citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, including children, and with the academic and cultural needs to facilitate their success in the areas of study. To provide relief to children and citizens through humanitarian support and services. The Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan supports the cultural exchange between Trinidad and Tobago and other countries with regards to the East Indian classical art forms in the following ways. These cultural initiatives, however, does not only promote Indian cultural heritage of our East Indian ancestors of Trinidad and Tobago, but also continues to contribute to a unique global understanding and enrichment of the world's musical and international forum, while fostering an appreciation of the art forms. In an effort to encourage cultural exchange between our countries, the International Foundation for Cultural Relations over the years have developed and incorporated several ideas and strategic approaches. We showcase the rich, diverse Indian musical traditions and heritage, creating opportunities for collaborations, education, fostering a sense of appreciation and understanding among other cultures. This we achieve through the organization's music festivals and concerts to encourage collaborative performances with eminent Indian world-renowned artists and musicians, institutions, and along other cultural expressions both locally and internationally in countries such as India, USA, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Caribbean. Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan, International Foundation for Cultural Relations of Trinidad and Tobago. As President, Director, Artistic Director, I have been promoting the idea of cultural diplomacy through Indian music since 1999. In collaboration with governmental institutions, embassies, consulates, and diplomatic relations and missions in Trinidad and Tobago and in India through organized musical events, lecture demonstrations, workshops, and concerts introducing Indian classical music to audiences locally and abroad. These events involved participation in national celebrations of both Trinidad and Tobago, India, and other countries such as Independence Day, Republic Day, and religious festival observances, to promote a more in-depth cultural content to the Foundation's collaboration and Indian music exchange events. We focus on promoting Indian music to young audiences, encouraging youth participation in lecture demonstration and in performing arts. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad and Tobago can be described as a dynamic, multicultural, diverse society unique having a socio-cultural expression, reminiscence of a cultural history and identity, which we as a people belonging to one nation have inherited from our respective ancestral heritage brought to our country, Trinidad and Tobago, from our respective ancestral heritage and faraway lands, all finding its own niche collectively constituting the beauty in diversity of our twin island republic of Trinidad and Tobago. It is therefore important for all cultural institutions, and more so the government of Trinidad and Tobago, to recognize and support the development of cultural expressions identifying such that will contribute meaningfully and in a positive manner to foster nation building. Culture defined can be described as a crucial phase of cultural experiences and ideas gained within a holistic, complex societal structure that are influenced by knowledge, beliefs, practice, customs, tradition, laws, capabilities, habits acquired by an individual as a member of society. Therefore, the culture of an individual is not only acquired by biological inheritance, but by being brought up in a particular society where the individual is exposed to a specific cultural tradition. Therefore, the culture of the society is the way of life of its citizens, the collection of ideas which they learn, share, and transmit from generation to generation so as to benefit our nation in a positive manner, where men and women respect themselves and each other. This must be reflective in the actions and their behaviors, which lay the foundation for the future generation of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian classical music and authentic Bharatiya Sanskriti is divine. It should not be mixed with wine. And when we put into practice our daily lives, can reduce and certainly eradicate high levels of crime through education and propagation of positive cultures. We need to respect ourselves as a people and our ancient cultural traditional systems. We need to become more mindful and feel that sense of patriotism towards our motherland, Trinidad and Tobago, and the land of our future generations. Promote and foster its development, protect and serve our country socially, economically, politically, and more so, culturally. When we speak of Indian culture, we must acknowledge and recognize that important link with our ancestral motherland, Bharat Desh, India. And in so doing, the Rig Veda, one of the last 4 mantras of Rig Veda, Om Sangachadhum Samvadadhum Sanvo Manhashi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Samjananu Pasate. That's Rig Veda, chapter 10. And it's part of that mantra that promotes unity, harmony, and collective progress. Let us move together. Let us speak together. Let our minds be in harmony as the goals have shared their blessings with the ancient rishis. Let us also share our lives in unity. Sangachadhvam, let us move together. This encourages working together in harmony and unity. Samvadadhvam, let us speak together. This refers to collective communication with everyone. It shares thoughts and ideas and mutual understanding. Sanvo manasi janatam, Let your minds be in harmony. This calls for unity in thought and purpose, aligning with the collective consciousness. Deva bhagam yatha purve. As the goals, just as the heavens have shared their blessings in the past, this refers to how the Devtas have also shared their great wisdom with humanity. Samjana na upasite. So let us all live in unity and see things in all of harmony that encourages people to live and act together in one, in alignment with the divine order. Let us work, finally, let us work together. When our world, our goals, our missions are of one accord, only then we can further lift the standards of culture that will be beneficial to both our countries, Trinidad and Tobago and India. Such efforts will enhance the development of a better understanding and appreciation of our cultural expressions of Indian music and the Indian diaspora, fostering a proper integration of cultural expressions throughout. Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan promotes a well-structured, integrated, socio-culturally designed curriculum that is developmentally appropriate to meet the educational and cultural needs of the individual, enabling students to develop spiritually, improve family stability, and develop a keen sense of self-esteem and morality. These cultural and educational initiatives of the Antarashtriya Sanskriti Pratishthaan will continue to inculcate knowledge and values that will further contribute to the continued growth and development of the society, the people of this diverse, multicultural rainbow nation, Trinidad and Tobago, and other countries that work together in mutual socio-cultural cooperation, uniting with a common purpose, a goal of selfless service to humanity. Again, to create a socio-cultural, appropriate and integrated, holistic educational approach, which is the key to human empowerment, to promote a successful development of a nation and people. Namaste.